All right, we're live once again, and I always want to start off the lives, the videos, just thanking y'all for doing what you're doing, for supporting me, and for exploring health a little bit, because you know that it's something that I'm passionate about, and I'm going to keep giving this day in and day out, so that's what we're going to do. Let us see. I'm going to figure out how to merge these two, basically go live from Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So we'll figure that out shortly. All right. Go get that started. And as for what we're talking about today, any and everything to improve your quality of life. So as you know, that's a lot of stuff. That can be a lot of stuff. But I like to mainly talk about nutrition, but it's habits, it's approach, it's exercise, it's all that, all the stuff that I'm passionate about. So thank you for watching. This is our health talk, and we're going to talk about everything under the sun: health, wellness, nutrition, anything to get you to improve your quality of life. All right. We'll get started here in just a bit. But yeah, that's my goal, is to be able to feed as many people as I can, to be able to help and nourish as many people as I can. We just got to get it done. We have to do the change that we want to see. So look, hold on. Let me invite. Here we go. That's right, I forgot. Come on now, lives. Be good to us, live gods. Let's see if it goes through. There we go. Let us see. A big of this health thing is patience. You have to be patient, and you have to be open. You have to be willing. Let's see. Let's see. Alrighty. And I'm just looking through the group right now, and I just want to, the Facebook group, I just want to commend y'all for eating good. Because if you go to the group, you'll see, I mean, people are eating good. It's not just me. We're eating good. My goodness. I'm looking, I see some chickpea tacos recipe. You know me, I love Taco Tuesday. Eating good. I was sharing about Weston A price and how he basically traveled the world and he figured out how people's dental basically matched up to their health. He found that health came in different shapes and sizes, and basically the foods that people were eating were affecting their teeth. But he found some very interesting stuff, claiming that places that had the ultra processed foods, like, they basically had crooked teeth and they had dental issues. And the people that were eating real whole foods basically had clean, straight teeth. Let's see. So yeah, Weston A. Price, I read about him years ago, but that's some awesome work. And he really paved the way, had to pave the way, because people will swear up and down that their diet has nothing to do with how their body reacts to certain things or how their body is giving them these messages. But you have more and more people that are basically exposing it for you, letting you know, like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what I keep looking at this right here. Okay, I'm looking at them tacos because you know I love tacos. I definitely make quinoa tortillas for sure. But yeah, Weston A. Price. Woo! And we got memes too. When someone says they don't eat fruit because it's too much sugar, we got all types of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Alkaline break fast because you're breaking your fast. We got juice. We got juice posts. All that. We got curry recipes. Me yapping again. We got juicing. We got pasta. We got gardening. I really just want to help in any way, help empower folks to improve their quality of life tenfold, 100-fold. Because you have to experience what many other people are experiencing. Once you start eating a certain type of way, your life will change. I mean, just about everything that you experience, your life will change. Come on, Facebook, is there some technical difficulties? But yeah, that is really it in a nutshell. The things you eat have so much control and power over your body. You would be surprised at the things that people are uncovering, especially speaking about Weston A. Price. He was really a dentist that led his work all the way into nutrition and just started clicking. He was just figuring out that the standard American diet, they led to a lot of malnutrition. It's like you're thinking, like, I'm getting everything, I'm eating how they're telling me to eat. But we have proof, and he's not the first one. He's not the only one. We have proof that this stuff is here to stay, and that this stuff can help you in so many ways. It makes me just think all types of stuff. Sean, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, I was just yapping like I usually do, man. How you doing, man? You look good.
I'm doing good, man.
Yes, sir. There you go. I've been loving your content, man. Just getting people motivated, getting them going and sharing that you don't give up joy when you eat healthy. When you eating real food, you don't give up joy. And in fact, you have a more enjoyable time doing it. I've been enjoying all that, man.
You already know.
Yeah.
Have fun with things you do in life. So
got to. Yeah. You know what? I've honestly, shifted to when people ask me, what do I do? I have now shifted and stopped saying the vocation. I add in a sentence, or I say, I just really enjoy my life. That's what I do. Not to be like a certain type of way, but it's like you said that, and I was like, man, I have shifted to living that fully. So, yeah, man. So tell me about it, man. Where you at on your journey? I know the last time we spoke, you told me a little bit more, and now I see you getting real savvy with it, man. I'm seeing some really good recipes and stuff like that. Just tell me, please. Tell me.
So where I'm at with it now is I kind of I'm kind of leaving that realm of just being, I guess you could say, the 9-to-5 type trainer. I'm kind of going more into the holistic coach, more meal prep. That's all right. Where I'm going now.
Perfect.
Yeah, I kind of got out of my own way a little bit more lately, especially the last week or two. I've kind of been more into, okay, this is what I want to do. Let's go all in, and let's figure out how to make this more than just a lifestyle, but a way of living.
There you go. 100%. I was just speaking to a lady this morning. I met her. She has an event going on here in San Antonio. I'll be going to it. And, I love to help. But I look at like the scale and, the amount of people I could possibly and physically help in a day. It just, once you make a shift like that, it expands so much and you can help way more people than you would in that, like you said, that 9-to-5 setting, because just like a doctor's office, just like a professional's office, they can only see so many people throughout the day. So when you streamline it like that, you're able to touch people, and it's evergreen. And so, yeah, I'm happy for you, man. I'm excited. I got that one thing. I don't know if you got my message, but I sent out my little thing about corporate wellness, and so I'm tapping into the corporate wellness world. And yes, that's big scope of this. Yeah, you coming too, man.
Yeah, I already know.
You coming too? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, big scope.
Yeah, 100%. Like just huge, because you look at everybody that's around, and what are they doing? They're going to work, right? And so there are people that want our services, that want a similar service, but they don't necessarily have access to it, or they can't afford it, right? And so when the corporation or the business comes through and they are right now what they're going to give their employees and stuff like that, they have a budget for wellness and stuff like that. And so, one, we're going to save them money. We're going to save them buku money, because instead of paying for health insurance, at this high level that it's at, they'll be able to give people what they need, and slash those numbers, and then bring in the wellness aspect, things that you and I do, things that other people in the group do. We're going to get into the corporate wellness. And how I found out about it is basically I was working for this company called Exos, and I basically just went in, and it was a really great opportunity. It was they had contracted it through a bank, or like a financial facility, right? And literally doing the same things that you would do in that capacity. And it's like, well, that was more of an affluent type of deal. But even if there are people that don't even have like the money or the time, like the way I see it is, once we get situated and once we get organized, we'll be going into to businesses and places, to people that don't even have the time for a gym membership, or they don't have, the resources to know with how. And it's going to be so helpful, man. I'm excited, man. So that's what I've been working on in a small,
excited too, man.
in a small thing. Oh, it's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be good because this right here is it's next level, and it was something that I ran from. But when I got time to like sit down and really think about it, I was like, man, it's exactly what I need to go back to.
Finally stand still. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. Waiting for the download, as you hear.
What you said?
Waiting for the download, as you hear. A lot of people say they're waiting for the download or waiting for the word.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for it to come through. It's coming. It's coming, man. It's taking some time. I get it. Gotta be patient. But it's all gonna work itself out.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what type of individuals have you shifted to the people that you're trying to help, or is it just like everybody and anybody?
So I've actually shifted more towards the clientele of the underserved community because we have the most issues, in the best way of saying it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I've worked as far as in training with some of the more, I guess you could say, more of the more wealthier clientele, people who can afford anything by means. Mm-hmm. But the real help needs to be in the community that's, don't really have it, like you said, or who don't know what to do, or thinks that what they're doing is just normal. Mm-hmm. A lot of times in our communities, man, we think this is just normal, eating regular food because their mom and their mom ate it. So for me, is to make that shift, especially within my family. I was a victim to it as well, thinking it's just normal to get a double cheeseburger. Mm-hmm.
100%. I literally just got done talking. I was at this networking event, and somebody had made a comment on my stature, and I was like, believe it or not, I was 240. I got up to 240, and I was like, you know what? One of the most rewarding things is like showing people that you can do more with less weight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Because again, we're so accustomed to like thinking and feeling like, what are some of the things, that your family and friends will say, like just about eating certain things? Like what type of phrases would you hear?
Oh man, why do you eat that stuff? Oh man, well, why are you doing that? Like you don't have to do that now. You're not old enough. You're not old right now. You can wait till you get older to do all that.
Yeah.
Enjoy
what?
What? Little things you'll be like, what?
Yeah.
It's just little things like that.
Yeah, and then you'll look, and it's all around the world. You got kids that's been, eating a certain type of way their whole life, eating plant-based their whole life, have never had, fill in the blank their whole life, and they're just fine. Matter of fact, brighter, in my opinion, because I think about the mental blockage that I experience. Like I feel myself to be smart and intelligent, but it's what I feel, and it's what I hear other people report. They get this type of clarity that is just golden, and a lot of people will call it crazy. Like, what is this person talking about? I'm yapping again. It's like, how does this person have all this energy? They're always well, and it's like, well, our body spends less time digesting food, so so we got some energy on the back end right there. Some people, you got to think about it like eating, like the time that you eat. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good. You good.
Yeah. Just eating.
100%. Like trust me, I go through that with family members here and there all the time.
Yeah.
So always wonder, when are you gonna stop eating like that? I'm like, this is just a phase or something.
Right. Like it's just a phase, and I'm like, no, I feel good. I'm gonna keep doing this, and so I get questions like, will you ever eat blah 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 again, or would you ever? And I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. It's like, and I was just talking to, I got a person I want you to meet, Leo. I know you see his post in the group. I was just talking to him. Was that yesterday or the day before? We've made it so complicated, man. We've made existing so complicated, because if you look at a lion, that lion is not circling its prey and looking at it and seeing, what type of grass it eats, or, does it get this much exercise? Like it eats, and its body does the rest. Like it's amazing that you can eat this piece of food. Like me, I just got done eating a kiwi, right?
Right.
People will fight with you. There we go. See, we eat good. People will fight with you and they'll say, well, where's your protein, man? You didn't get any protein. And, you know, it's a bunch of confusion. And so that's where we come in and let people know, like, hey, I'm still alive. I'm doing well. I feel good. And again, I can move all of this weight with less weight. You know,
That's what I'm saying.
In the gym doing body weight, doing more weight. Like for me, in my book, and this is how I've always been ever since I started training people. If you can lift more than your body weight, you're a winner. I'm not a fan of that gym stuff. I'd rather people lift with their back than their ego. You hear me? You hear me? Because if you can lift more than your weight, you can save yourself. Okay. And 9 times out of 10, the people that you're helping are weighing less than you. But even if they're weighing more than you, you can lift more to your body weight, you're good to go. So, I mean, so when you were training people, did you train in a gym or like just like a public setting?
I train like at a place called Body 20, which is basically, and I still do train right now. I train there right now.
Okay.
Basically, as into just to afford my way of living.
Yeah.
Feel, you know, obviously I can really take on this full time to where I don't even got to leave the house.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I could just like, and also I did sorry to cut you off, but I did kind of take a page out of your book, which I already been wanting to do is with the garden.
There you go. Hey, and again, this is, I put it out there because I want people to use it. Like, don't take the page. The book is open. You know, I'll replicate the book and get you a book. You know, like, the reason I asked that is because we have to understand that the physical activity and the weight load on the bones, which you know, you need that. You need it, you need it, you need it. A lot of people will either be good in the gym and suck in the kitchen, or they'll be good in the kitchen, you know, and they suck on the physical activity / gym part. And it's all of those, man. So, you know, we got to teach. You know, we got to teach them.
We do. I'm learning more and more now that it's not just even about just working out on a normal basis. It's about doing the things that you love to do on a normal basis. For instance, some people like to play basketball. Some people like to play do racquetball. But those things are what keep you living, keep you moving.
100%.
You're using your body weight, you're using the conditioning, endurance. Those things are more realistic in life than just strength training. Not saying it's not beneficial.
Yeah. Oh, it's very beneficial. And it's very elementary. And that's what people are. Honestly, I feel like they're afraid of it because I think it makes them feel less than their age, immature. But you must get out and get some type of physical activity and put your joints through different types of forces, different types of rotations and conditions, because that right there, what you were talking about, is the reason why people in Japan are living to 100+ years, because they're doing that. And again, they're not in rocking chairs. They are doing this stuff at that age. They're playing pickleball. Like pickleball, you can play pickleball forever. Matter of fact, I just started back playing, and it makes me very happy. But it's putting the heart through certain conditions. And you know, your heart is a muscle. If you're not working it out, and you know, you're putting this super strenuous load on, and what do you think is going to happen when it gets tested or it's going through a lot of stress? You know, that's what you're seeing. That's what people are seeing, is because they're not working that muscle. And why not do it in a fun way?
That's what I'm saying.
Why?
Do it in a fun way. Something you enjoy instead of just strength training. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy strength training, but like you said, I do more body weight. When I first started off, it was more, you know, basically gym warrior, lifting heavy weight. But as I've kind of grown into my own self and seen my clients, I've seen the best results from the people who only do their body weight. I'm just being real. Like,
I mean, a better part of us, we carry 150 plus. That's more than what people need. And like literally push-ups, sit-ups, squats. And there you go. I mean, that right there will sustain you, because a lot of people, they have this vision, right? And sadly, the gym and the gym industry has made it that way. But I'm like, if you can do a pull-up, if you can do a squat, I'm like, hey, you're a winner. You're a 100% winner. If you can pull yourself up and squat your body weight, if you can push your body weight or more, you're a winner. 100%, you're a winner. And then on the flip side, after doing those things, making sure you get a nutritious meal. Boom. Making sure you get sleep. Look, hey, you and I, we both went through it. You know, when you're being an athlete, you had long nights and early mornings, right? Imagine just how better the experience would have been if you had gotten at least 2 more hours of sleep.
It would have been amazing, honestly.
What?
That whole needed.
Recovery time throughout the roof. You would have, you know, been that much more sharper. And it's just one of those things, man, where I just want to inform, and, you know, I want to just debunk a lot of these myths, right? Because I'm just looking through the stuff that we've been sharing with each other and that our community has been sharing. You got people out here that don't know where to start. You know, when you're making this transition, you know, how do you eat plant-based? How do you eat vegan? Which, honestly, out of full truthfulness, it's hard for me to say that to incorporate vegan with diet, because vegan isn't really a diet. It's a lifestyle.
So that's exactly what I tell everybody.
There we go. And I appreciate you for saying that. It's a lifestyle. It's just it's the least cruel way of eating. And I'm not afraid to, you know, let people know about it. Like, hey, I was taking a walk the other day, right? And guess who was walking right beside me? Because I heard a sound. I was like, what the? Guess. I want you to guess what or who was walking beside me when I was taking this walk.
Guess who was walking right next side you?
Walking right beside me.
A dog? Who was walking right beside you?
Close. A turkey, man.
What?
A wild turkey. Yeah, no, it's crazy stuff in San Antonio. But wild turkey. And I heard it. I was like, I know that's not what I didn't have any headphones in. I was just walking, just enjoying nature, you know, as we all should. And I was like, oh no. I turned and looked out the corner of my eye, literally adjacent to me, literally right beside me. Turkey, wild turkey. And so we walked for a pretty good bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, you know, I should pull out my camera to, you know, film this thing. And as soon as I put the camera out, that's when it started to run away. But I was like, you know, people really eat a certain type of way and then get upset when basically there needs to be a change. They'll be either told by their body or their doctor, but most of the time it's going to be the body that tells them, you know, and it's so many different ways. You know, I really appreciate y'all for sharing your recipes. Because in the beginning, it was really just me talking to myself. And they're like, and there he goes again. But now that people see that there are way more options and possibilities, like it's wonderful. Because I eat good, and it's electrifying. And I know you get excited, dude. I know you get excited when you're cooking, man. I feel it in your energy.
Yeah. You eat good, you feel good.
Right.
That never changes, no matter what part of the day. So I will say that it's definitely been a plus.
100%. So what would you say when somebody is trying to make that shift? What would be the easiest route in getting started? Because you and I, all of us that has made this transition, we made that switch and we tried the not so good things.
Yeah. I'll give a little bit of background on my transition. My transition was a little bit more, I guess you could say direct. Like,
yeah, you were telling me that you were cold turkey, right? You just
cold turkey. You
just one day, yeah.
1 days fast, liquid fast. So it was just regular fast. Detoxed my body for 14 days as well, and then I went right to vegan food. What I would say is this: start with healthy. What's the best way of saying it? Start with foods that are vegan, okay? Like healthy comfort food, like burgers and stuff. Just simple things to kind of get you in the mix with it. I would say that first. And also, don't just go cold turkey. I wouldn't recommend that for somebody. Unless you're like me, like for me, I can do that because I was just very committed.
Yeah.
You know, and I was very like, okay, we're going to do this. Even my wife, she's the same way, very strong-minded. We can do that. But for majority of people, no, I would probably say I'm going to have a vegan meal tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to have a regular meal, vegan meal the next night. Just flow it like that, kind of, and then ease my way off every week.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we have literally been saying the same thing with different people. I think one of the better approaches is to add into what you're already doing. Add into it. So add in a day that you have it, because cold turkey, when you just quit and it's just like, I'm gonna try this. That's what breeds people that start talking bad about vegan and start talking bad about plant-based, and they're like, it made me feel like this. And I'm like, I'm just thinking to myself. Sometimes I don't even get into discussion, but I'm like, well, you cold turkey quit it, and you had your salad had no essence. It had no finesse to it. You just had your greens and your tomatoes, and you poured some dressing on it. And I'm like, hey, you could have really did that up. So tell me, that was my next question. Tell me, what do you have on a salad right now off the top of your head?
Like, okay, what I had last?
You got 5 ingredients, 5 fingers. 5 ingredients. 5 things you would have in your salad. You gotta have your greens, and that's one of your things.
You gotta have the lettuce. Okay, that's kind of simple.
All right.
For me, I would have mushrooms in there. Okay, I'll have chickpeas in there.
All right.
Onions in there. I'll have cucumber in there.
Oh, that's 5.
That's 5.
Right. Right. I was thinking about that. I'm definitely probably gonna make a video about that. If you had, because that's what people are facing. That's what some people are facing is, it may be a price thing where it might just be too expensive to get those premium things. And I can't see it for the life of me, because I'll go to the material things. Like you have your phone and your TV and your car and all this extra stuff. And it's like, when this comes to the fuel of your body, you begin to cheap out. But I'm going to start asking that question, because like with greens included, I would definitely have to have some power greens. And that's like an assortment of like kitty spinach and different types of chard and kale, right? Boom, there's my base right there. I definitely need some mushrooms. And for the protein, I'm definitely gonna have to go with chickpeas. I love chickpeas, and I'll probably need an avocado on there as well. And then I probably want some probiotics. So I'll probably get like some cabbage or some fermented onions. But the probiotics definitely adds a nice little taste. And notice I didn't say dressing.
I didn't either.
Because a lot of my stuff, a lot of the things that I eat, a lot of things that other people eat, the herbs and the vegetables season the salad. Some people will have like olive oil or something like that. I'll have olive oil or balsamic vinegar, but it's not every time. Most of the time I'll have this, and literally the food seasons the other food, if that makes sense for people. Because I know a lot of people are like, where do you begin? I'm like, hey, we're giving you gold right now. Make you a salad. That's why you're hungry, because you had this wimpy salad. And of course you're going to be hungry, right? So, make you another one. If that's what you want to have, is lettuce and tomato. I've seen it. True story. Guess what? That is nutrition. That's nutrient dense. It's not calorie dense. So boom, you can have 3 of those and you'd be good to go. That's the beauty of this food, is you can have a lot of it and you can tell yourself when you're done. But you go to that ultra processed food, no. That ultra processed food tells you when you're done eating. It will tell you when you're done, because that's the scary part of food science that I sadly had to learn. Like, there are things and chemicals in the food that mess with the hormones that your brain sends your gut. And it's like, you didn't even eat anything, right? So you're going to keep eating and your body is full, but you still want more. Like, that's where it's tricky. That's where a spell card has been activated, because I'm like, look, If they can do that with food, just imagine what other things they can do that with.
Correct.
So
Exactly.
when you're eating whole foods, when you're eating fresh foods, you tell yourself when you're done eating, and that's the beauty right there. Now I'm curious, what are your, you've made this shift. What are your go-to meals and snacks?
Go-to meals.
Yeah. So what's something like if you say, okay, so it's 12 right now, and say you've been working all day and you got hour. You have an hour to prepare. What's your go-to right now?
Oh, so easy. It's definitely pasta. It's just easy for me. Pasta, because I'm going to put some coconut in there or something. I'm going to make it. And it's simple.
Oh, yeah.
Takes maybe 10.
There we go. Super quick. Super quick. Okay. Now, my next question is, what are you putting in that pasta?
That's every day.
Today is, what is it today? Today is Wednesday. What are you putting in the pasta on Wednesday?
On Wednesday. So I'm going to obviously put in the food items or just the dressing as well?
Yeah, the dressing, the seasoning, the food items. You got an hour.
I'm going to saute it. Definitely going to saute it up. Okay, my mushrooms are going to be in there sauteed to perfection with chili powder, onion, garlic. I put in, what is it? It is dill.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a good taste.
Obviously, a little bit of sea salt. And it might be cayenne, I believe. But the mushrooms, gotta have that looking good. And I blend those up sometimes. And I might kind of double that with another meat item. It might be some walnuts.
All right. Okay.
After that soaks in there for a second.
Yeah.
Onions. What does I put in there? What am I missing? Obviously, tomatoes. And yeah, that might be things I put in for the majority. And then I put in some coconut milk. And I season that up with, a little bit as well, kind of mix that in together. Or I might make it where I make it like a cheesy with some cashews. Okay,
there you go. And I love that, man. I love how you're getting resourceful and how you're blending it and, just creating this stuff. And it's like you're seeing just how easy it is. I talk about the world. It took a lot of time. When I made that shift, I was really trying to figure out and doing these exercises in my head to figure out like, hey, what am I eating for dinner tonight? Now it comes so easy. And that transition is easier than you think, especially when you put it like that, because there are so many different pastas. There's pasta that's made out of wheat. There's pasta that's made out of potatoes. There's pasta that's made out of beans. There's pasta that's made out of lentils. What else am I missing?
Chickpea. Lentils.
Right, chickpea pasta, acorn pasta, which that's another type of wheat. And it's like you have so many different options. And so my go-to, pasta is one of my go-tos, but I'll give a different go-to because I want to help people in any way we can. Like I'm hoping folks watch this and they got a notebook and they're like, okay, boom, I can do this. And side note, a lot of people will be like, hey, that's taking too much time. I don't have enough time for that. Okay, make you a big batch of it. Now you got 2 or 3 days of it. Boom. But I would definitely have some rice. I would have some rice because I have, the different type of rice grains. Like I go through phases, but I love them all, man. So right now I'm on my basmati phase. I love that basmati rice, man. I will cook it just right to where it's fluffy, and I will have some lentils with it. Boom. I put that in my Instant Pot. Boom. I put all the veggies in there, like carrot, celery, mushroom, garlic. What else do I put in there? I put a little cabbage in there. I put a little kale in there, right? Boom. That's being steamed in the Instant Pot with seasoning. I usually keep it simple. I probably use olive oil or avocado oil, and depends on the day, but sometimes I'll just use the Celtic salt and probably some paprika, maybe cumin, nutritional. Yeah, I keep it real simple. Like I say, I really don't use the seasonings like I used to, but those are like my seasonings. And boom, I got that going on the steam, right? And I might get me a sweet potato, chop it up. Yeah. Chop up a sweet potato and yeah. Gotta love the tubers and the roots, man. I'll chop up that sweet potato and I'll put it in the air fryer or I'll put it in the oven. or I can saute it. Boom. So now I got that whole bowl with a sweet potato in it, got the protein in it, got the fat, because I'm pretty much all the time having an avocado or some walnuts, boom, or some yogurt. Boom, you drizzle some yogurt on top of it. Boom, there you go. I'm talking about food right now because it's lunchtime, but
Yeah.
you know, you get the gist. But I'm trying to be as helpful as I can, because a lot of people, it's not that they're unwilling, it's that they don't have a foundation or they don't know where to start. I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you the start. Here it is right here. So we just gave salad option. We just gave a pasta option. We just gave a rice option. And my option, I talk about using the Instapot a lot because I'm all for it. If something makes your life easier, use it. Use it. Now there's a double-edged sword to that, you know, because right now I'm sitting on a yoga ball. That's my office chair. That's my office chair. It puts me at peace, right? Because you know, being a trainer, the longer you sit, the more your blood is going to pool, and the harder time you're going to have doing whatever you need to do, right? So, comfy seats. I mean, they were invented to keep you seated. I mean, you and I have both lived through the convenience of now the recliner comes with a cup holder, and now it comes with a warmer, right? And now it has a section where you can put snacks in it, and it has a little refrigerator in it. You can kick your feet up, and hey, you're not going anywhere, right? So it's like, yes, if it makes your life easier, boom, get you that Instapot, get you that crock pot. I know Instapot is a little pricey, but crock pot, boom, you can get you a crock pot for like $20.
Yeah, it's not expensive as it used to be.
Yeah, and you actually really want something that's slow cooked because you got more nutrients in it now. The nutrients it doesn't escape when you are slow cooking something and it's getting time to really just marinate, and all the nutrients is in there. It didn't get broken down as quickly as it would say you put some on the pan real quick and sear it. The longer you got that high heat on it, the more nutrients you lose, which, you play around with your recipes and stuff like that, because it's everything that you eat within a certain amount of time, and they go together and they form and they keep you alive. We don't need to like overanalyze, did I get blah, blah, blah? Did I get blah, blah, blah? I mean, your body will tell you, and, obviously we'll sit down with people and work with them and let them know, like, hey, you're eating too many carbs.
Right.
Hey, you're not getting enough of blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously we'll sit down and work with them, but that's the system. That's what the system should be, man. And one more thing before I go, man.
Sure.
You saw the new food pyramid, right?
I have not seen the new food.
Oh.
What they changed?
Oh, man, dude. So I posted it in the group.
Okay.
So here it is right here. And a lady, she flipped it to put the vegetables on top. So it's a pyramid. It's a triangle. And it has whole grains at the bottom. So we got bread and oats at the bottom. Middle-ish, it has like porridge and tree nuts and seafood and butter, and the fruits are in the middle level, right? So you got grapes, bananas, oranges, strawberries. You got milk in this middle level, and then up to the left of the pyramid, you have dairy, protein, and fats. Of course, you got a nice big turkey, chicken, and a big steak and ground beef and cheese and salmon and egg, all that dairy stuff. It looks like olive oil is like in the middle of this pyramid, and on the right side, you have fruits and vegetables. Which you can look at the picture and it'll be a conversation for another time, but that, I think, can be very misleading. And you have folks that took the picture and they flipped it to where fruits and vegetables were on the top and meat and dairy and protein were on the bottom.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. I'm like, when they said butter, they lost me on the butter. I'm like, how did butter make the pyramid? But
yeah, well, you have to look at the influence, because when I look at something like that, I'm like, oh, dang. So we are accustomed to reading from left to right? So the eyes are going to want to wonder, boom, right to the left. That's where I start, right? So right where you start, guess what you see? Meat, dairy, and healthy fats. You see the steak, the salmon, the yogurt, the whole milk, and the big chicken, and the cheese, and the butter, and the shrimp. Which we're gonna break that apart. We'll probably get together, and I'm gonna get y'all. I have like 4 or 5 people. We get together and have a good conversation about this, because when you look at that, you're looking at all that stuff, and it shows up first. You're thinking like, hey, I need to be eating this. This is what's healthy, right? Not knowing that the most valuable asset is on the right of that pyramid, and it's the greens. It's the stuff that basically allows people to better digest the meats and those fats. So I was just curious to see if you had heard about it. I mean, they sneakily put it out there. So the USDA. Sorry to interrupt you, man. Go ahead. The
USDA, like the old pyramid, it's a tad better than the old pyramid, but it's still terrible.
Yeah, because I get it. They have professionals come in and, what's doing the least amount of harm, and there's studies in it. But when you take somebody, we're just going to look at it like everybody has like a 5th or 6th grade reading level of comprehension, right? You look at that, I'm reading left to right because that's how I was taught to read a book. And if I didn't read, I'm immediately, if I don't know how to read, if I'm illiterate, I'm immediately looking at the first thing that pops up. And it's on this right here, they got fruits and vegetables on the right side. The first thing that pops up is the protein and dairy. And that's like making people like super fixated on protein. And, you know what, I need to go get that protein powder. But, I'm not going to get into that today. But they sneakily kind of slid it out there, because I'm going to ask you this. Because I know you go to your gym and, I know it shows up on TV, on YouTube every single day. What type of advertisement do you see?
What type of
advertisement?
Protein, BCAAs,
protein, supplements,
energy drinks, a bunch of just amino acids. For instance, for every reason, I'm like, why don't you just get it the natural way? But
right. Hey,
why not?
And again, you will see drugs, man, every single day. Every single day, I'm seeing folks dancing and looking happy, and you hear the side effects to it. And it's these weird names, and you see it every single day, right? That's being highly advertised. I ain't seen nothing about this new pyramid, what folks should be eating. Like really, I started getting into politics and talking about this, but if you want your people to be successful, you have to give them the tools that they need. And that's one of the tools that they need is knowing what to eat, how to eat, what you should be eating, having all the information. Because you look at a department, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, okay, you read now, you're like, okay, these people are supposed to have the interest of the people, expertise, right? The best of the best, right? Which, you got people that have lived to be 100 years old. They're eating meat and dairy, but they're not eating it like Americans are eating it. They have it for flavor. They might have it as a bone broth. They're eating the organs. They're having it raw and it's shred up, and they're having it within that same day. They're not having it. They have this piece of meat that was slaughtered 3 years ago, and they're eating it, or it was slaughtered a couple of months ago, and it got injected with stuff just to make it look like a certain type of way. It's like, no. And they're doing it with the fruits and vegetables too, but that's the biggest deal, which we have to, you can have information, but now we have to learn how to sift through said information. So it's exciting stuff, man. It's
exciting, man. We're gonna change that, man. Trust me.
We are 100%.
We're gonna lead some changing that. It all starts with the youth in some capacity. I didn't know this, but I learned this just yesterday, that you have to get chocolate milk at school. Like, how they give you like lunch or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a teacher. I'm already knowing what you're about to say. Go ahead. Say it for them to listen.
There's no other outlet. Like if I have, for instance, my son, if he went to school right now and he's a vegan and he doesn't do regular milk, there's no alternative. You have to get milk. Otherwise, you can't even get the full meal. It's crazy.
Yeah. What?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like,
what in the world?
That's a standardized thing. They said by law, you have to.
You got to get the milk. Look, man, there's been plenty of times I tell the kids, they're like, but I don't drink. You know, you got people that aren't, you know, that eat dairy products and they're not wanting the dang milk out the carton, right? I just say, look, get it and give it to somebody else. Or get it and pass it down to the next person. If that's what they're doing, they're going to make you get milk. Get it, sit it on the table. But it's like if we stop consuming these things, then they'll stop pushing it. They'll stop providing it because they know what needs to get done. They do a needs assessment, right? So it's like, okay, school has water fountains. Why don't they have, I mean, some places do have water cups where the kids can drink, but they're not keeping those full. And they're charging kids for water and charging kids for these horribly chlorine-drenched apples in the packet.
I'm like, what?
Every single time I was like, y'all are not, okay. So a kid has come up to you and that's civil right there, right? I always reached in my pocket here, get the kids some apples. Like, get them this apple. You might have to wipe it off because it has wax on it, but you know it hadn't been dipped in chlorine. It'll say it in the packaging. But they come up with this weird way of saying it, and there's a lot of things on the label that says and or, you know, like this may not be in there, it may be in there, and guess what? They get away with it. And so
throw vitamins in there, they try to
right. Right. And it's, dude, look, it's weird. But again, you know, it does start with the youth because they're one of the biggest consumers. And, you know, once they are like, hey, okay, the kids are not eating this milk or not drinking the milk anymore. Well, for one, because they don't take care of it and the milk is lumpy. Seeing that, they're not eating the pizza anymore. Like, what are we going to do? Okay, we're going to start providing them with things that can be mass cooked because they're eating reheated food anyways, right? And so they're not even using these school places, right? So if I was Big Boss, which one day I will be, you know, where I can come in and make changes like that, I'm like, hey, this is wrong here. This is what you got. Oh, you don't like, here, get it done. Here's a donation. They can really have like pressure cookers and, you know, big cookers where they can be feeding the kids grains, rice, like each day could be a different bowl each day, you know, because in Japan and where else? In Greece, they're eating like that. They're eating like that. They're eating like that and they are eating good. And it's not expensive. That's the argument. It's not expensive. And I would argue to say that it's very expensive because, for one, when you get the farmer out of the situation and you got a factory in, it's like, yeah, it's going to be more expensive. But a farmer, this is live stuff. They're doing this pretty much out of kindness of their heart. I mean, they want to make some money, but get the farmers involved. And it's all this weird stuff. You can have this chemically drenched thing, but you can't have, you know, apples that don't have a peel on them because they cost too much. And I'm like, do you want people to be healthy? Do you want, like, that's what needs to be done. That's why I'm gonna circle it back, man, to that venture that we are getting started in the corporate wellness space. I'm going to send y'all more information, and we're just gonna get started, man, and just because we're helping people, right? They have to go to work, and it's this tiered system. It's like, if you want your employee to be the greatest, most efficient tool for you and your company, feed them right. Make sure that they are fed right. I don't want to see any more pizza parties, man. Quit all that pizza party, you know. Make a potluck where people come in and they bring food and you have people, you have a sampling of these healthy restaurants that they never knew existed, or boom, here's a coffee shop that has all this good stuff in it that they make their own quinoa in there. They get you bowls and wraps. Like, that's what people need to get exposed to. And again, it's too expensive, but it's like, what's more expensive is paying for the horrible decisions you made, for years on end, or paying what it should be. It's just like, I just spoke at a beauty school. A lot of the upkeep and the personal care prices are going higher because the equipment is becoming more expensive, right? So it's the equipment like clippers and trimmers and products get more expensive, right? So it would only make sense that someone's haircut or their hairstyle would be more expensive. So we just have to keep going into it, because every year the iPhone gets more expensive. You don't hear people talking about, man, that dang iPhone's so expensive. No, they already pre-ordered it. They already know they're going to get it. And it's like, we need to have...
You're going to get the newest one. Don't make a difference.
Dude, mark my word, man. I'm about to start getting with people, and we're going to start glorifying fruits and vegetables. Like 100%. We're going to start from A to Z, and we're just going to go down all the fruits and vegetables, and we're going to glorify it and make little commercials for it, because that's what people need to see.
I agree 100%, man. That's
that's what they need to see. Yeah, man.
The landscape.
It's
a given, man. Like I said, I'm told you, I'm in a new space right now with it. Obviously, I've hit a cold front, so I've been a little bit more home based lately, but definitely trying to get back out there, and I have some places I want to go to promote what we're trying to do out here.
Come on, we're gonna do it. And so, next steps, I'm going to tell y'all more about that, and we're just going to get together and just talk, because we got some really cool individuals, man, that's out here. We all working together. We all have the same goals, so we might get together and make a whole summit or something, man. There's power in numbers, man.
San Antonio for that. Hey, look,
there's power in numbers. Look, man, dude, you're in Houston, right?
No, I just moved about maybe a month and a half.
Oh, it's a fresh move, man. You still in Texas?
I'm in Dallas.
Dude, I will see you soon then. My parents are in Dallas.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon. I will see you soon then.
You just let me know. I can do something.
Oh, no, for sure. We're definitely going to link up. There's tons of events, man. But man. All right, perfect. Good stuff. All right, man. Hey, you keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing, man. I appreciate you for your time, man. And let's get it.
You already know, man.
Let's get it. Day, man. You too. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
All right, another wonderful talk in the books. Hey, y'all see what's happening? Come along for the journey. If you're not making those choices yet, just come along and see the people that we're helping. Just come along and see what we're doing, because it's life-changing, and it's not ours. We're giving it. It's yours. It's been here. We're just spreading the goodness. Hey, I appreciate you too for watching. Keep making those little health choices that make your life better, and just go for it. I appreciate y'all, and I am signing off.